sometimes it feels fine getting them into school, and then one of them's just having like a wild phase where they're just going against everything that needs to happen, and suddenly it's so stressful.
Telling them to do their chores is your chore. That in itself is a chore.
I really do believe that you have to instill that stuff in them. Like, you have to just keep at it.
You've obviously had an incredible career, but you are a working mum at the end of the day.
They show me that much love every day. I feel like a queen. I mean, it was a terrible design. Now I look back, it was lemon and lilac.
Nice.
And it was like...
Emily's obviously a bit of a mum hack queen.
I know. She puts me to shame. I should be taking note.
I actually come up with them all, so don't worry.
Yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Emily.
And I'm Matt.
And welcome back to our podcast, What They Don't Tell You.
But we will.
Yes, and today we are so excited to be joined by someone I've admired for so long. She has been in Girls Aloud. I think you'll recognize her. She's also been on stage, on our screens, and she is a mum to 3 boys. So we have something quite specific in common, don't we?
You weren't in a girl band.
I wasn't in a girl band, but we do have 3 boys each. So welcome, Kimberley Walsh.
Oh, it's so lovely to be here with you both.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming to our house.
I know, this fabulous house. I'm like looking for tips. I'm like, I should be like taking pictures before I leave of ideas. It looks fab. So good.
In front of the camera.
Yeah.
You haven't been upstairs.
Yeah.
Is that still a work in progress?
Well, no, it's all done. But you know, it's like with 3 boys.
3 boys. Yeah.
Yeah, blame the boys.
Chaos. Yeah. So what is it like for you? What is the energy like in your house?
Yeah. So do you know what? I have got 3 boys, and I feel like we have moments of that like crazy energy. But then because my husband's half Jamaican, they also have a bit of the chill vibe,
Brilliant.
which I'm so grateful of. Like, they'll be like wild for a bit, but they'll all at some point want to be like, I just want to chill for a bit. And so if they all do it at different times, it kind of helps me out a little bit. But yeah, there's definitely... There's some wildness in and amongst the chill, but also a lot of love. They're so loving, aren't they, boys? Like, I think that's what's really surprised me. I just can't believe how loving boys are. I feel so lucky that they show me that much love every day. I feel like a queen.
Yeah, it's that stereotypical thing that, they're so chaotic and it's crazy, but actually you're right, you get so much love, and they love their mums, don't they?
They love their mums. And also, I don't know if you find this, but I feel like a lot of the time people do stereotype boys, and mine are all so different.
Totally.
They've got such an empathetic side. They're very sensitive at times. Like, I don't really feel like I can pigeonhole them in that box that people do. Although if you saw them, out playing, you'd think, no, they're wild.
Feral.
But that's good, get that out of your system. But I love the fact that they can have those quiet moments, and they really do like have that sensitive side too. And you can have really proper deep conversations with the older two, which I love.
Yeah, no, absolutely. All of ours are so different as well.
Yeah.
And you're right that we've had moments. I remember our middle, when he was young, he'd be sat in the high chair, and then he had this knack of like just getting out of the high chair and then suddenly being naked and stood on the table. And I remember
that for me.
I mean, a lot of mine have liked being naked. I just let them go with it,
A lot of nakedness, But I remember thinking, like, moments like that, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, I was never expecting that part of parenting. But actually, you're right, they're so sensitive and sweet, and like our youngest, like, he's really creative, isn't he? They're so different, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, my youngest has only just turned 4. He is a little bit wild at the moment, but that's the age, isn't it? And he's such a character. Like, he's just absolutely hilarious. The boys just love, I think, having that entertainment in the house.
Yeah.
But I have 4 nephews as well that, similar ages to mine, and they're all really different as well, because my sister gets that stereotyping all the time. She's like, no, my older 2 are so calm. Like, one of them just sits and draws. One of them's into this. Like, they're all different, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We're guilty of it, but like, you can't not parent your kids differently. Do you find your parenting style was sort of changed from the first without knowing?
Yeah.
I guess the dynamics as well. Changed it.
No, for sure. I mean, the first threw me a little bit. I think I just thought that I would find it easy for some reason, just because I was always so maternal. I just thought, I'll take to it so, easily. And then it was the first time ever, I think, in my life that I was like, oh my God, I need my mom again. Like since being an adult, I'd kind of been so independent, being in the band from so young. And then I was like, Mom, come over. And I literally did feel like, okay, this is not easy. Like taking care of a baby is not easy. So the first baby threw me a little bit. And then once I found my flow with him, I was good. But definitely the second and third, you just get more relaxed, don't you?
Definitely.
And you do get a little bit more slack as well.
Yeah.
And it's just going to happen, isn't it?
Yeah,
you can't help it, can you? You can't not parent all your kids exactly the same. It's,
no,
in a good
I
way,
do have to I have to sometimes tell myself they are different, so I have to parent them in different ways. Like my first, I have to ask him to get dressed about 5 times. It's not changed. He's now nearly 11. He's
him.
Still the last one to get dressed out of all of them. Yeah. Whereas my second, I tell him something,
Does
done.
it? Yeah.
Brush your teeth. Goes and brushes. I'm like, this, you just have to kind of accept that they're not the same. You can't necessarily like force them to be that way either.
It's good to know because like ours have all got their traits, and it's not because he's the first, and it's not because he's the middle. It's like every.
It's just their characters,
individual.
isn't it?
Yeah, totally. And so it now being a mum, like looking back, because like you said, you were so young when you started like work and being in the band and everything. How old were you? Like literally 16?
No, I was one of the older ones, so I was 20, but Nadine and Nicola were 16. So they were babies. But I was 20, so a little bit older. But
now you're a mum. Like I have moments as well. Now I'm a mum. I look back and I think, oh my gosh, like that was crazy, or it makes you like, reflect. And
it's a crazy time. And I think for us, like coming back and doing a tour with children really made it all come flooding back. I was like, oh my God, when I did this for years, all I had to think about was just like getting up out of bed, and getting on and doing the show. And this time, even though, bless him, Justin, my husband, was obviously like holding the fort, I would still wake up at, their normal time and be like, oh my God, have they got everything they need? So-and-so's PE today. And I'd done this whole chart, and I just should have just left him to it. But, you can't, can you? I think we're control freaks, or I know I am. So.
Yeah, and like a lot of things are just stored.
They're just there.
Here, like you just know it.
I had to still sort of be part of it. So that was different. I was like, okay, this is hard actually.
Did it make it feel more like work because you had the kids?
No, it felt like a privilege to come back and do something like that after so long. I just never thought we would. I didn't really particularly long for it either. I was just fine, like, going along with what I was doing. And then when it came about, I was like, oh, yeah, maybe we should actually. Like, this is a bit wild, but the kids would love to see it and whatever. So it just felt like I tried to take it all in more this time. But I was very tired throughout the entire process. And every day off, I'd walk through the door like a wreck. And then I'd be like, oh my God, I have to start parenting immediately because I've not been here. Like, it's just as hard for him, Justin parenting 3 kids without me. So I can hardly come in and be like, I'm just going to go to bed for the day. They want to see you. So it was busy, but it was fun.
Emily's obviously a bit of a mum hack queen.
I know. She puts me to shame. I should be taking note.
I actually come up with them all, so don't worry.
You come up with all the content and then she delivers it.
That's it, basically. She's the face of my hacks. Have you got any go-to mum hacks that help you around the house?
I think I am really rubbish. I'm organised generally, like that's kind of how I am. So I'm like always on top of like the washing and stuff like that, mainly just because I can't cope with the house not being organised. But hacks, I'm rubbish. The one thing that I do have, which has helped me out over the years, is I have a little sneaky cupboard in my utility room downstairs with like a spare toothbrush for all of them, toothpaste, hair stuff, all like right by the door, so that when you have those dramas where you're like, have you brushed your teeth? No, you're like, oh my God, we need to leave right now. I'm like, okay, get a spare, quickly brush them downstairs. Things like that. Anything that makes my life easier, I'll go for.
Yeah.
But
Love that.
no, I don't have that thing of like executing the hacks like you, like meal planning. I'm so rubbish, and I think it's because my job's not the same every day. So I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm going to be feeding them necessarily. Like I don't know if I'm going to be back. So sometimes I think that's just an excuse, to be fair. I should just do more meal prep.
No, but I would call that, you know, like this, all the spares in the cupboard.
Yeah.
I would call that a hack for sure.
Okay,
Definitely.
we'll take it.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
And as
Been
soon as
laboured.
they do start school, I felt like everything came downstairs for us as well.
You'll see it on Instagram next week. We'll have one by the
Yeah,
door.
then you're
I think it's phases as well. Like sometimes it feels fine getting them into school, and then one of them's just having like a wild phase where they're just going against everything that needs to happen, and suddenly it's so stressful.
Yeah.
So I think, at the moment we're in not too bad of a stage. Like my youngest is okay about going to nursery at the moment, so there's no major dramas. But
I feel like it's that time of year as well, like the school, like they're winding down, like they're doing nice things, and like it's not. An
they
effort.
are. Yeah, they're tired. They don't want to go to bed because it's still
It's the
light.
worst.
Yeah.
So then I'm getting them up. Yeah, they're done, aren't they? Really, at this point,
We've just brought back chore charts, which we haven't done for a
I
while.
think that's a great idea.
Yeah, we've done them back in the day, and then we just
trying.
feel like they're just slipping out of their habits. We're like, right, and then it was actually the youngest that said, "Can we have chore charts?" Like, of course you can, mate.
Yeah.
He obviously wants something, so it's like if I do my chores for
If
a
there's a
week,
They
I
can
can
earn
ask.
it a little bit. Yeah,
That's smart.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea, actually. Mine are obviously younger, but the older two are sort of like craving a little bit of responsibility. Like I don't think they'd enjoy it after a while, but the moment they're like, they're asking for a bit more. So like now, like before I'd just do everything for them because I just didn't want any extra mess. But now I'll be like, no, you know, scrape your plate, rinse it, put it in the dishwasher. Like they are quite good, and I am going to try and mold them into very capable young men.
Yeah, that's it. I think as they get older, because ours is like 14, you think, oh God, like you're going to go out into the world in like 4 years potentially.
Yeah.
So I need you to know how to vacuum.
You're going to let them.
Totally.
Laundry, like all of that. So we're trying, but it is hard.
It is.
Because you feel like telling them to do their chores is your chore.
Yeah.
You know, like that in itself is a chore because you're like, I
It's
find
the
it hard to
going
nag
round.
and-
It's when they go around people's houses, you just sort of think, oh, I just hope that they do what they do at home.
Yeah.
And then they have friends round, and then they have some really nice friends. You're like, oh, that's hopefully how you'll behave. And then you have the odd child. You're like, you don't obviously say to someone else's child, be like, go to my kids, you know what so-and-so did when he came round? That's not what you do when you go.
That.
Yeah,
no, but you have, like, I really do believe that you have to instill that stuff in them. Like, you have to just keep at it. Because recently I've had a lot of people actually saying to me how well-mannered the boys are. And like, I think out of everything that you hear about your kids, that's the thing that I'm just like, boys.
I'm so proud.
You know, like I know that they are, I see it. And like, they might not always be like that with us, but I know when they're out and about, they're always so respectful and do the right thing.
Yeah.
So I think it's worth putting in that effort, isn't it? Because there's nothing worse, like you say, than when a kid comes round and they behave in a way that you think, oh God, I really hope my kid doesn't act like that.
Yeah.
Because you feel responsible, don't you?
Yeah, it's like the school when you go and talk to the teachers and they're like,
Parents' evening.
Parents we're talking about the same kid. Like, it's obviously you're really proud they're praising it, but it's like actually you'd rather them give us the grief.
So nice. Yeah.
For sure.
It's the right way round, isn't it?
They have to
social
be
skills.
kids, don't they, at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Got to give it to someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but your boys look super cute.
They are. They're good boys.
And your house does look super organized as well.
Yeah.
Would you say, like, you've always had a passion for interiors, or was having the kids, like, and wanting this family home, like, did that make you?
Yeah, no, I've always been really into it. Like, I used to do a lot of decorating with my mum growing up because there's 4 kids in our family, and my mum was a single mum from my youngest sister being born. So like a lot of years she was doing the DIY herself, and I think I was the only one that was interested in it. Like my older sister was a bit like, nah, but I would like, you know, stay up like wallpapering with her and tiling and doing all this stuff. And she just kind of, I guess, showed me that you can do anything if you like research it a bit, practice. And I was just into it. Like I remember like fully designing my whole bedroom with like a, you know, a lookbook and all of this. Like I was into it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a terrible design. Now I look back, it was lemon and lilac.
Nice.
And it was like, I made her get me a lemon carpet, which was
Brilliant.
such a bad idea. But at the time it was in.
I had a navy carpet
very
in my
cool.
bedroom.
So yeah, I have always loved it. And then with my house, when I finished the band for the first time, like the first time we took a break, that's when I bought my house. So I just thought, right, I'm just going to spend my time doing that because I didn't really want to do anything in that area for a while. I actually wanted a break. So I would just, paint every day.
It's so good that you're so handy.
It's crazy. I like roped in Cheryl, her mum.
Oh my God,
I was like,
love that.
well, none of us are doing anything. Get round. We need to get this house done.
You're not busy. Come
on. And I just loved it. I don't know. There's something really therapeutic, I think, about decorating. Like
Before
I put on my
afters.
music. I get my cup of tea. Keep the biscuits flowing and the day just goes. Like I'm into it. And then the before and afters, everyone loves it before and after, don't they?
It's satisfying, isn't it? And to have done it yourself, like you do feel like, because I mean, we decorated upstairs in this house, didn't we? Then when we did the big extension, we was just like, oh, do you know what? We got a decorator in for that, didn't we? But it was far more rewarding.
Too. Like sometimes life gets in the way, but because I had the time, I was like, I might as well just do this. This can be my job for now.
But it's so good that you're so handy. I'm a bit useless like that.
Are you handy?
But because of you, well, no, I'm not really that handy, but I can decorate and I can put up a picture. Because of YouTube now as well, like you can sort of learn how to do most things, right?
You can literally find anything on there now, can't you?
Yeah. How-tos.
That's true.
How do you balance making your home stylish whilst having the kids around? Like something we've battled with. Like we've got a stain on a sofa over there from a hoverboard.
You've got a cream sofa.
I know, right?
Like you are brave people. No, but you're getting a bit older.
Yeah, we do feel like they're at age, and we have frozen for it exactly when they're around.
But there is a hoverboard wheel on the back of the sofa.
Do you mask it up
I've
with
got a few of those on the floor. You know, it burns the floor.
Do you mask it up with like funky colours?
So do you know what it is with my house? It's very like traditional style. Like it's like almost Victorian, like loads of coving, loads of like paneling. So actually the kind of slightly more rustic edges don't matter as much in my home. It all kind of adds to it a little bit. And it's crossing that line slightly now on the floors, but I'm like, do I wait another year or two till Nate's just that bit older? Because he still drives cars around every single wall in our house at the moment.
You don't want to stop him either, do you? It's
not really. No. Like that's his thing. So I'm like, oh, in a year he's probably not going to be doing that, is he? But I think that's how I get away with it, and also being a bit of a psycho mum. And they know, they're like, don't worry, I'm going to clean it up. And I'm like, have I made you like
you
this?
You feel terrible because I'm the dad. I'm like, don't do that, don't. And then you feel bad when they're like, actually, like they see me coming up quick, tidy it away.
No, I know. I think I've realised it's properly worked, but also now I'm a bit like, oh, don't worry, pretending to be really chill. Don't worry, I'll clear it up. Okay. I didn't mean to do this to you.
House proud.
They're house proud too now. They're like, I just want it tidy. I'm like,
my
work is done.
Are any of the boys specifically more tidy than the other? Do you know what I mean?
Yes, just my middle one.
Right.
My oldest is very like, everything just goes everywhere. I'm like, okay, cool. And my middle one folds everything up neatly, puts it in a pile. Even when he comes in from school, takes his uniform off, he delivers it to me in a pile. Whereas Bobby, I'm like, Bobs, where's your shorts? You need them tomorrow. Where's this? And he's like, I don't know. And I don't know about my third yet. I can't tell. I can't tell really. He's only just turned 4. I'm like, I really don't know what he's going to be like in that way.
You just go with the third.
But me and Cole are on the same page. He's definitely likes everything to be just so,
that organisation.
Yeah.
And is there any rooms you're working on at the moment in your home?
Yes. So my next project, I think, is going to be my dressing room, because I just actually designed my 3rd paint colour for Wix.
Amazing.
It's called Blush Rose, which probably explains the colour a little bit. It's like a vintagey rose pink. So yeah, that's going to be a nice little project, because it's my dressing room as well. I feel like I can make it as girly as I like. Because I don't put too much pink all around the house, although the boys are quite welcoming to the feminine touches. Are yours the same?
Yeah, no, they even like wearing pink.
Yeah,
sometimes.
mine love wearing colours.
Yeah, I love that, boys in pink and girls in
lilac.
blue.
Yeah, same. I know. I'm so glad mine are like that too, actually.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about you, but when I first started dressing boys, I was like, oh my God, there's nothing for boys. Like there's no fun colours, but you seek it out, don't you? If you're if you're a mum of boys. But no, they do. They love colour. So we're going to be making a bit of a mark with pink in our house next. So that's a little project. I might do a little bit of paneling in there as well. We're just sort of working our way around the whole house now, though. We're probably about halfway. I would say we've done about half of the house and half of it still needs doing, but I'm enjoying it actually. I think it's been long enough living there that I had the energy to go again. After doing it the first time, you're like, I don't want to decorate now for another few years, but now I'm like fully back in the zone.
Taste back.
Nice.
It's that all right move.
Yeah, exactly. And the boys will not move. They're like, we are not moving. I don't care what school I have to go to. They just love their home.
You've obviously had an incredible career, but you are a working mum at the end of the day. So have you found like the balance, or is it a massive juggle?
Do you know what? I think that I did the right thing in waiting until the end of the band to have kids, because I was really longing for kids in the last few years of being in Girls Aloud. Because I was 33 when I had Bobby, because I wanted to kind of wait until we'd taken a natural sort of pause. So at the time, I feel like I'd been wanting them for a few years, by the time I actually had Bobby. But I think it was the right thing to do, because then I could kind of just give everything to the boys for a few years. And I feel like with each boy, they've all had like a few years where they've really had me around a lot. Like I have been around. Like sometimes I feel like, I don't know if you do, like it looks like you're busier than you are on socials, because actually I do feel like I've got a really good balance. Like I do feel like I'm at home loads, still get to do jobs that I enjoy. But sometimes people are like, oh, you're so busy. And I'm like, oh, I haven't really been that busy this week. But I don't know, there's something in people.
Oh, no, it's amazing.
Yeah,
like,
you seem busy.
Yeah, but you can do like one day of shooting and then that be just going out for like days.
Yeah,
so
of course.
Looks busier. Yeah.
So no, I do. I like, don't get me wrong, when you go through slightly busier times, the juggle is definitely real. The tour was a very different ball game, obviously. But in general, most of my career choices now are just solely like, is this going to benefit my family? Could this actually be a negative for them? Like I love like musical theatre, for example, and I would love nothing more than to get back on stage. But actually right now, where we're at as a family, it wouldn't be a benefit for them.
Hours, right?
It's too much. Like they would hate for me to be gone every bedtime. Like I don't want to miss it. So thankfully I'm lucky enough that I can pick and choose what I want to do, but I'm so grateful that I am in that position, because I don't like missing out on that stuff as much as I moan my way through it sometimes. I still want to be there. I need that like struggle, get them all in bed. They're all happy. Everyone's here. Everyone's safe. And then I'm like, pass me the wine.
Well, it's like when Emily's moaning about it and I'm like, oh, you could do this. She's like, no, I'm moaning about it. I'm not asking you to tell me what I could do. I love it, but like I want to have a moan.
It's natural, isn't it? We all need a moan now and again.
Yeah, but sometimes work can feel like a break for me. Like yesterday I went to like an event in London and it was like a brunch and it was really lovely and I was like, this is work, but it felt really nice.
No, I do agree with that for sure.
But I definitely, that the mum guilt for me is
it's real, isn't it? It's hard, and they do make it hard for us sometimes. Like they put, I mean, I don't know about yours. If I go out for dinner like more than one night a week, which is very rare, they're like, oh, you're going out again. I'm like, wow, chill, guys.
So true.
It's so funny. Yeah. But then I also feel glad that they actually want me around, because they're getting older.
Yeah.
And I feel like in a few years, they're really not going to care, are they? If I go for dinner with the school mums, they're going to be like, off you go, enjoy yourself.
Then you can go to musical theatre, right?
Yeah, then I'll be in the theatre.
Yeah.
But no, it's... our job is a bit like that, because I love what I do. Those times are a bit of like me time in a way. So I guess that's great, because it's like the balance is good then.
Proper midlife, isn't it? When work becomes a break.
Yeah.
As opposed to before kids, obviously.
I know. So funny.
Do you ever miss the buzz of being in the band?
So in truth, no, I don't want to go back to that now. Like, it was amazing when you don't have kids and all you've got to do is think about yourself and you just got each other, that camaraderie and fun. And, there's literally funny things happening every day, and it was amazing, and I have such strong memories of that time. But coming back to it this time, I appreciate it in a whole different way, but I didn't feel like, this is what I want to be doing again. I felt like, wow, this is incredible to be able to do this again, and
Show
for
the
the
kids.
fans to want to see this still, and the kids to see it. And I'm not saying I wouldn't love to do more, but it's not like I want to go back to that. That cycle, tour, recording, promo, like all of that stuff's just really full on. Like we worked like dogs in that time. Like we did not have any days off. Every day was like a 4 or 5 a.m. start, and we had gigs at night. Like it was so full on, and you just get on with it because you love it. But I couldn't do that to the kids.
No.
And even they loved the tour, but they were happy then when it was done.
Chill.
Yeah, exactly. They needed their chill time. It was like, okay, we're done. But now they're a bit like, oh, do you think you'll do another? And it's like, I don't know. Who knows?
Do any of them seem musical, the kids?
So they are, but they're more like their dad. So my husband can sing and dance, but he's not that bothered if he does it in front of people. And that's what they're like. Like I hear them singing and I'm like, like Bobby's got the most gorgeous voice and Cole can sing too. But I'm like, you don't want to do it in front of people, do you? Which is weird to me because I was like, anyone want to hear this? I'm ready.
Yeah.
But I have to respect that. It kills me sometimes. I'm like, Bobs, you don't want to sing in the school thing? And he's like, nah. And I'm like, okay, well, that's your choice. Like, but I do hear him singing, and he does the thing that I always did as a kid, and he sings to himself before he goes to sleep. And I always used to do that because I had 3 siblings, and they'd always be like, shut up. Whereas Cole's a bit kinder. He didn't scream at him, but I hear him like singing. So he loves it. They are musical, but whether they'll go down that route, I don't know. Not at this point. My middle one's just football. That's all he cares about. And my oldest is golf, actually.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
It's quite a nice sport.
Yeah, it's a really nice one. Yeah.
So it's nice they've both got their own thing. They're not too competitive in that way.
Perhaps it's a boy thing with not having the confidence, not the confidence, but not wanting to do it in front of, because all of ours, I wouldn't say sing this, but more acting, but like ask them to do something and they're like, like the school plays, like they could have clearly gone for the lead roles and they don't want to do it. They're too cool.
Yeah.
It's like,
or our middle, he loves street dance, and he used to do street dance a lot, being all the performances. But this year he's 11 now, nearly 12. And there was a big performance, and he was like, I don't want to do it. But I felt like it was an age thing.
Well, he said to me the other day, he said, when I go
to
to secondary school, I don't want to go to street dance anymore. And I was like,
I know,
so
it's
why?
sad, isn't it?
When he's good at it as well. I mean, actually, my middle one threw a curveball this year and sang in front of the school for like the arts trophy, which was not. It wasn't planned, but he decided he wanted to do it. And then he got through. So then he had to sing it in front of the school. And he was like, I didn't really mean to do that. I didn't really want to do it. But he did it. And I was like, okay, this is a bit of a milestone, but let's not make a big deal of it. So we just sort of smoothed over. But I was proud of him. But Bobby, no way. He's way too cool for that. He's like, no chance, Mum.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's fine.
Okay, we're going to finish up with some quick fire questions, Kimberley. What's something you swore you'd never do as a mum that you do now daily?
I feel like I do that thing that a lot of us do, where I say I'm not going to do something and then I just give them it anyway. And I'm like, I really swore I would never be that parent. And Justin's not. He stands by it. Like, he's the slightly more strict one. And he's got way more respect from our children. So there we go. That's why that's happened.
It's literally me.
But I am a bit of a softie.
What is the most played song in your house right now, either by you or the kids?
So we're all a bit into Benson Boone at the moment. So I'm pushing that because that's something that I don't mind listening to. But then I also have that awful chicken banana. Chicken banana. And I'm like, no, Nate, please don't ask Alexa to play that again. I can't start my day like this. But again, balance. It's all about balance.
The most used phrase in your house?
I was thinking this one. I mean, mum for sure is way, way up there. But I think that's true of everyone. I think I love you is a big one. We're really like lovey. I don't know if that's me. I feel like I am very, very cuddly. Like, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. And that's just how I am. But actually the boys are are the same. I heard Bobby saying to Cole, which I nearly fell down. I was in the just walking in from the other room, and I heard him go, "I love you, Cole."
Oh.
And I was like, you two that argue 90% of the time, they're like bickering it, just winding each other up.
Yeah.
And to hear him say that, and then Cole was like, "I love you, Bobs." I was like, "Oh, guys,
that is so
stop."
sweet.
I don't mind if they argue. I don't mind if they bicker. I think it's good to be competitive, all of that stuff. But as long as there's like love at the heart of it, because I loved my siblings so much, and we all fought all the time. Like, I think it's just normal.
Yeah.
Because Justin's only got one sibling, and he's like, "Is this normal? Like this?" And I'm like, "Yes, totally normal. Let them go on with it. It's fine."
See, I thought you was going to say something like bruh or
bruh
maybe
is a
not there
big
yet,
one. Bruh is a big one, and actually mostly by my just turned 4-year-old.
Oh, really?
bruh. And it does sound actually hilarious.
So funny, yeah.
And then some of these weird YouTube things they come
the
out
brain rot
with.
constant.
Yeah.
What, the John Cena or something they come out with. I don't know what half of it's for.
Ours is Get Out as well.
Get
the kids,
Out.
I don't know if you've
Is
said
that like a...
That's
it
like,
means like shut up.
it's like it's almost like you're
okay.
cringe. So like if we'll say something that they say all the time, and then they were like, "Get out."
Yeah.
Mate, we're cool. I'm like, oh no, I just said we're cool. That means we're not cool.
No, you can't say you're cool. That just totally defeats the object of being cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say we say like I love you a lot, don't we? Like
Yeah.
every time someone leaves the door or on the phone. We say it so much. This was years ago, but I remember the Sainsbury's delivery guy brought all my food, and then as he left I was like, "But I love you." It was so
I wonder what was going on there. He's quite handsome as well, isn't he?
Yeah. You should look into that.
You said that out loud then.
I think it's good to just, I don't know, to share that love, but no.
Did you have that? I know
say
you
it
was
all
close
the
with your
time.
siblings, but did you with your
Yeah, I did. It was a really loving family, but I don't know. I think I've just always been probably one of the most like cuddly and like, I don't know.
What are you
I
in?
feel like,
So how many siblings have you got?
so there's 4 and I'm like the second.
Oh,
So
okay.
girl, boy, girl.
Right.
So I grew up with loads of girls. So
Yeah,
it's
so your
totally
poor
turned
brother.
on its head this time. I know my
Yeah.
brother.
Has
Bless
he got
him.
children?
Not yet.
No, okay.
But he was just dragged into doing all the shows with us. Like, you're going to be Danny in Greece. You're going to be this. You're going to be that. He just had to go along with it.
So he's probably
no
loving that
choice.
you've all got boys, right?
Yeah, he actually does.
Yeah.
Because he was, there was really only girls and women around him. I mean, he's got a lot of knowledge in that area, which has helped him out, I think,
that's
in
really
life
good.
and with women. Like, they're like, I think they really love that he's so in touch with his feminine side. But now, like, he had all of our boys for a sleepover recently for the first time, and they just had the best time. They like took them to the pub for a drink. They went to the park to play football. Like, I think he does love having boys.
Cute.
Fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
that's
loved
really
it.
sweet. Yeah. All right. Well, I've got one more question for you. We end every podcast with the same question, and is what is one thing you wish you'd known before becoming a parent?
Oh yeah, this is hard, isn't it?
I know.
Because the thing is, I sometimes think, oh, I wish I knew it was going to be so hard. I wish I knew like breastfeeding was going to be so hard, or I wish I knew this was going to be so hard. But then I'm like, no, it wouldn't have helped, would it, to know any of that
No, it's
stuff?
going to be hard.
So
Do you know what I mean? Would it have helped me to know any of it?
Yeah.
Very true.
So I don't know. I think part of the fun is like not knowing, and also not preempting all the hard stuff, because then I feel like it's too much almost.
Yeah.
Like for me now, I'm the most worried about the teenage years. So I wish somebody could tell me what that's going to be like, because I don't feel prepared for like real proper parenting like that, if that makes sense. Like while I can protect mine and look after them and keep them in that bubble because they're between like 4 and 10, that's nice. But I'm already seeing like Bobby wants a bit more freedom, and he's craving it so much, and I'm like, oh no, I don't want this. I don't want to have to let them go and
like,
be free.
I do feel like because our eldest is 14, and then we've got like an 11-year-old, and I feel like he's going through the stages of becoming a teen. But I feel like if you've given them that love, like I don't know, say our eldest started secondary school 3 years ago, and like he was like, I'm going to the high street on Friday. And we were like, sorry, what? Is it within a couple of weeks going to the high street? And the high street's okay, it's not the best, not the worst.
Yeah.
But he went once, and then he was like, that was rubbish.
Oh,
So
really?
I'd
That's
rather
pretty
play football with my
boring.
mates in the park with her, and he's never been since.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's obviously, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's funny how now we've got a teenager, it
Yeah.
does make you realize that those like early years, those foundation years are so important.
They are, aren't they?
Because, yeah, I don't know, just getting them to do stuff, like, I don't know, if you never followed through on anything when they were really little, and
Yeah.
as teenagers, they'll just be like, oh, whatever.
That's
Like,
true, actually.
yeah,
No,
so
you do have to kind of like
Yeah.
prepare for those years, don't you?
it is almost,
And that's, I think, what's really good, like with their relationship, like with their dad, like he's so loving with them, but also firm. That's great. That's perfect.
Yeah.
I can be the
Yeah.
soft one, the
loving
good cop.
mum.
Yeah. But I feel like when you're raising boys, like it is important. And his dad was the same. So loving. But then like some things are just like, no, you got to
But
do
then
the
having
right
a
thing.
marked male role model, I think,
Yeah.
is so important. Don't get me wrong, obviously.
Yeah.
Mum's mum.
No,
like, there's nothing beats it.
totally. With 3 boys, like,
But then
yeah.
the heartbreaking bit is, we've talked about it before, but it won't be me, it won't be dad. They will get to an age where they want that it will be someone
Like other
else.
peers as well.
A
True.
teacher.
Yeah.
Also, again, you know that we talked about stereotypes at the beginning.
Yeah.
There's a lot said about teenagers, but our teen, he's so lovely, isn't he? He's such a good boy. He's
But that'll
very-
be a testament to you and how you've brought him up. Because
Until
my
you get a child,
nephew's
it's an
like that.
absolute
That's
nightmare. It's got
our
nothing to
next-
do with parenting. It's obviously just the
No,
fact that there's a
but-
third child.
Yeah, true. We can't really say at this point, can we? But no, I just think if you keep that closeness with them, you don't
Yeah.
fully lose them. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they actually don't mind like still hanging out with you.
Oh, well,
But-
thank you so
Oh,
much
it's
for
been
coming.
so lovely. Thank you
Coming on.
both.
Yeah, no, thank you. And we'll put all of your details, and we'll link the new paint as well.
Yeah, we
'cause
should.
I'd
Yeah,
love
thank
to see
you.
that colour
Yeah.
as well. And yeah, of
Don't
course.
get any ideas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need a
Sorry
bit more
about
paint.
that.
My office is pink, but we could do with a bit more, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll put all the details down below. We would, of course, love to see your comments, questions, and don't forget to rate, review, follow wherever you listen to your podcast. And thank you so much for watching and listening. We'll see you in our next one. Bye,
Bye, guys.